Hello students, today in this lesson we are going to discuss voices, active voice and passive voice. We are going to learn how to change a sentence from active to passive voice and from passive to active voice. We are going to do this through few questions. We are going to discuss questions. We are going to understand how to understand the questions and how to attempt them. But before we start discussing few questions, let me recall few basic rules of active and passive voice with you all. Okay, these basic rules are very important because whenever you are attempting any question of active or passive voice, you need to check whether you have done everything that we are going to discuss in these basic rules, right? So the basic rules that I'm talking about, the first rule of active and passive, children, is the first rule of active and passive. The first rule of active and passive is the subject becomes the object and the object becomes the subject, right? When in an active sentence, the subject comes first and object comes at the end of the sentence, right? But when we change a sentence from active to passive, subject will go at the end and object will come first, right? So subject becomes the object and object becomes the subject. Let us take a very simple example to understand this further. Like if we say Ram plays cricket. Now here if I say that Ram is our subject and cricket is our object, right? So when this is an active sentence, and when we are going to change this sentence from active to passive, Ram is supposed to go at the end and cricket is supposed to come in the beginning. So what will be the answer? Cricket is played by Ram. So this is how the subject becomes the object and object becomes the subject. This is the first and the most important rule of active and passive voice. Let us see the second rule, children. The second rule says whenever we are changing a sentence from active to passive, verbs first form, second form, third form or ing form, which is also known as present participle form, always goes into verbs third form. So what I mean to say is, in an active sentence, you can use verbs first form, second form, third form or verbs ing form, right? Verbs first form is also known as root form or base form. Verbs second form is known as past form. Verbs third form is known as past participle form, and verbs ing form is known as present participle form, right? So in active sentence we can use verbs first form, second form, third form or ing form, whereas when we are changing a sentence from active to passive, what are we going to use? Only verbs third form. Okay, so this is very important that we need to change our main verb which is also known as lexical verb is changed to verbs third form. Okay, now the third thing is, here we are going to discuss about two things. Number one, the tense of helping verb never changes. Verb's main form will go to third form, but helping verb will remain in the same tense. Is that clear? We are going to learn this when we will discuss few questions. I am going to tell you how it happens, but here I am telling you that the tense of helping verb, first is tense of helping verb never changes. Okay, and the second rule of helping verb is one helping verb always increases. Okay, now let me further tell you about the second rule. Here I said Ram plays cricket, but when I change, here there is no helping verb, but when we change this sentence from active to passive, cricket is played by Ram. Okay, so number one, the tense of helping verb is still present tense because this sentence is of present tense. So helping verb that I am putting, extra helping verb that I am putting is of present tense, right? The main verb went into third form, played by Ram. So, let me write it for you. Just we are going to quickly write it and understand, I guess that will be better. Cricket is played by Ram. Now here, one thing is that verb's main, form, the main verb goes into third form, that is played, okay, and one helping verb always increases. If there is no helping verb, we are going to put one. If there is already one helping verb, then you're going to put one more helping verb, and so on, right? And the tense of helping verb is not changing. It is still in present tense. So three things. Number one, main verb will go to third form. Number two, tense of helping verb will not change. Number three, you're going to increase one helping verb, and if there is no helping verb, you're going to put one. So this is how, we are going to keep this point in mind, right? Now next is, the fourth point is, by is used before the doer. Alright, so now by, here also we are seeing who is the doer in this sentence? Ram. Okay, who is doer? The one who is doing the particular work. So here we have Ram as doer. So whenever we are changing a sentence from active to passive, remember you're going to put by before the doer. But we also have an exception to this rule as well. We do not put by in two conditions. Condition number one, when the doer is automatically known. Condition number two, when the doer is unknown. Then you skip putting by and doer as well. Now I'm going to give you example of these two as well. If I say somebody robbed the house. Now here what is happening is somebody is unknown. So when you are changing this sentence from active to passive, the house was robbed. Okay, you're not putting by somebody. So when the doer is unknown, you will not put by and doer. When the doer is automatically known, people speak English. English is spoken. So by people, obviously it is automatically known who is going to speak in English? People, right? So in this case also we are not putting by and doer. So these are basic rules of active and passive, and you need to remember all these rules whenever you are changing a sentence from active to passive voice. Let's recall quickly and then we are going to move on to the examples. Rule number one is subject becomes object and object becomes subject, right? The rule number two is in active sentence, when we are talking about main verbs, okay, first in this rule we are just talking about main verbs, and what are main verbs? Known as lexicals, right? So here we are just talking about lexicals. So in main verb, in active sentence, we can use verbs first form, second form, third form and ing form, whereas in passive sentence we can just use verbs third form. Let's talk about third rule. One helping verb always increases and the tense of helping verb never changes. And the fourth rule is by is used before the doer but not always. In two conditions, by is not used when the doer is automatically known and when the doer is unknown. Okay, so now we can move forward and we can look to few sentences. We can look for few sentences. We can solve few questions to understand active and passive voice better. Okay. Okay, here is my first sentence. Now the teacher, all of them are single correct answer type questions. So all the options that have been given to you, only one answer is correct out of them. Again, I am telling you, understand the question very nicely, because if we fail to understand the question nicely, in haste we can choose a wrong option, right? So always when you are reading the question, focus and then read. Okay. Now here the teacher punished the boys who had not done their homework. Now two things we need to understand while changing this sentence from active to passive. Okay. Number one, what is the subject and what is the object? So here the teacher is your subject. The boys who had not done their homework is object over here. Okay, we are taking the entire sentence as object. Second thing that you're going to see is what head of tense is this sentence of? What do I mean by this? We have three tenses: present tense, future tense and past tense. we further have four heads of all these tenses. Like in present tense, we have simple present, present continuous, present perfect continuous. In future tense, we have simple future, future continuous, future perfect continuous. In past also, we have simple past, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. So we have four heads as well. So when you are changing a sentence from active to passive, you need to even identify that, you know, what head of tense are you changing, because accordingly you're going to increase one helping verb. Okay, so two things. One, we have already identified that this is our subject and this is our object, and this sentence is of simple past. Okay, so this sentence is of simple past. How do we know that this sentence is of simple past, children? Because we have verb's second form and we have no helping verb here. That shows that this sentence is of simple past. So number one, we need to increase one verb, okay, one helping verb. And when we are increasing that one helping verb, keep in mind that it should be of the same tense, that is past tense. Okay, so first of all, we have to start the sentence from the boys who had not done their homework. So this is our object that has come in front. Okay, one helping verb added, punished. Third form also is punished, punished. So this is also verb's third form, by the teacher. So this is correct answer. Okay, now let us also see why other options are not correct. Okay, now the boys who had not done their homework, this is your subject. Were being, can we add two helping verbs? These are two helping verbs, right? We need to just add one here, but there are two helping verbs that have been added in this sentence. So this is ruled out. Okay, so this is ruled out. The boys who had not done their homework, okay, had been punished. So again we have two helping verbs here. So this is also ruled out. I said only one helping verb, right? The boys who had, the boys were punished by the teacher. No, because they have not, you know, taken object first and the subject first. So automatically this sentence is ruled out. Okay. So all our basic rules have been met in this question. How? Number one, the subject becomes the object and the object becomes the subject. Main verb went into third form as we saw there. One helping verb increased, okay, and the tense of helping verb also is same. The main sentence, active sentence is of past tense, and the helping verb that we have increased is also of past tense, right? And then last is by is used before the doer. Who is the doer here? The teacher. So we have used by before the teacher. So all our basic rules have been met in this solution. So this is how we are going to change the sentence. Children, initially you might have to check all the rules, but you know, as and when you get into practice, you will not take so much time in solving these questions. Is that clear? Now let us move to the second one. People claim to have sent the suspect in several cities. Right now, the suspect is our, here it is the, children. So the suspect is our object, and people here is our subject. Clear? Now what head of tense it is? It is simple present. How do we know it is simple present? Because verb's first form is used and no helping verb. So these are rules of simple present. So we have identified our two things. Number one, what is subject, what is object? We have identified. Number two, what head it is? It is first, that is simple present, right? So both the things identified. Now we can have the solutions. Now object will come first, the suspect, okay, is the helping verb that we are increasing. This is the helping verb that we are increasing. The tense of the helping verb is also same because this sentence is of simple present. So we have to put the helping verb of present tense only. So is the helping verb of present tense. Verb's main form went into third form. Okay, so this is verb's third form, to have been seen by by people in several cities. Okay, so now this is the correct option. Clear, everyone? So yes, this is our correct option. Let us see why other options are not correct, right? The suspect was. So was is helping verb that has been increased but it is of past tense. I told you the helping verb should be of the same tense. The active sentence is of present tense, so we need to increase the helping verb of also the present tense. Is that clear? So now this is ruled out because helping verb that has been increased is of past tense. Now the suspect is being. Now two helping verbs have been added here. So incorrect, right? I told you only one helping verb will be increased. Now here the suspect has been. So here also two helping verbs have been put, right? So when our basic rule says that only one helping verb will increase. If there is no helping verb, put one. If there is already one helping verb, then increase one. So this is what our rules say. So we have to go accordingly, clear? So all our basic rules met out. Let us see again. Subject becomes the object and object becomes the subject, met out, right? Number 2 is verbs third form. So yes, claims third form is claimed. Okay, so yes, met out. Helping verb increased. Yes, helping verb has been increased. And is the tense of helping verb same as an active sentence? Yes, because active sentence is in present tense and the helping verb that we have increased is also of present tense. So this is how we are going to attempt our questions, right? So let us move to the third question, children. I will have finished this work by tomorrow. Now, first of all, we need to identify subject and object, right? So now here we have subject is I and this work by tomorrow. Okay, so this work basically our object is this work, right? So this is correct, right? So subject is this and object is this. Now identify the tense of the sentence. The tense of the sentence is, it is future tense, right? So the sentence is of future tense. Now, do we have two helping verbs here? Yes. That means whenever you are solving this, there should be 3 helping verbs. Clear, everyone? So now let us see. First is this work will finished. Only one helping verb. They have even decreased one helping verb. That will not do. Is that clear? So this is ruled out. This work that is our object will have been, yes, will have as it is, been has been increased, finished by tomorrow, they have taken as, the indirect object it is, so it can be taken at the end of the sentence as well. So yes, this is the correct answer. Or now let us see others as well. This work, correct, will have been finished tomorrow, grammatically incorrect because by is missing over there. This work will be finished, no, because helping verb has to be increased and there is no, you cannot change the basic helping verb that is already there. You just need to increase one. So they are changing the basic helping verbs also here that are already there in active sentence. You cannot change them, you cannot touch them. You just have to increase one. Okay. So here they are changing the helping verb that is there in active sentence, right? So the correct answer is second one. Now let us see. All our expectations met out or not, all our rules met out or not. Number 1, subject becomes the object and object becomes the subject. This work has come first and I has gone afterwards. Will have been finished by tomorrow. This work will have been finished by me tomorrow. There is some problem, children, because I goes to me and me will come here, right? So object has come to the end, right? So there is no problem. So subject has come to in the beginning and object goes in the object comes in the beginning and subject goes in the end, at the end, right? Second is verbs, the main verb goes to third form. Finished, third form is also finished. So we have it there, right? One helping verb will increase. So these two already there and what has been increased? Been. So correct, right? So this is how we are going to attempt the questions. Children, when I was explaining you the basic rules in the beginning, there were many things that I didn't tell you because, already one lecture is there on active passive in which I have explained active passive in detail, all the rules. So I didn't bother to explain, the rules again in this lesson. whenever you attempt questions, and the more you attempt questions, the more you encounter problems and the more you understand. That's why in this lesson I am just keeping question and answers and nothing else. And as and when we are solving the questions, we are going to come to know what all things we need to learn as well. Okay, so